This is a news update on Dominion Television, Ibadan. Amuluwayemi Adelakun. President Bola Tinubu has emphasized the need for a united front and collective action to address the challenges confronting the West African region, such as terrorism, violent extremism, and unconstitutional changes of government. This was part of the welcome address delivered by Vice President Kashim Shettima, who represented President Tinubu at the 68th Ordinary Session of the Economic Community of West African State, ECOWAS, Authority of Heads of State and Government, which took place at the State House Conference Center. Tinubu said no single nation can achieve stability alone, assuring the gathering that Nigeria stands committed to collective action in defense of the region's collective future. Similarly, ECOWAS Chairman and President of Sierra Leone, Julius Bio, also added his voice to the call for collective action, including the need for integrated intelligence systems and coordinated border operations. The federal government is set to make 2,000 tractors available to farms across the country in January in order to boost food security in Nigeria. The Bank of Agriculture explained the delay in distributing the tractors unveiled on June 24 by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, stating that the pause was deliberate to ensure transparency, sustainability, and a total overhaul of Nigeria's agricultural mechanization framework. In a recent interview, Managing Director of the BOA, Ayo Sotiri, explained that the bank received about 110,000 applications from mechanization service providers nationwide. He added that the development marks the first time in Nigeria's history that agricultural equipment procured with public funds will not be distributed free of charge. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Ali Pate, said that Nigeria has the capacity to respond effectively to medical emergencies, even as they acknowledge the need for increased investment in the country's healthcare system. In a recent interview, Pate made the remarks noting that although significant investment have been made to strengthen emergency care and medical facilities nationwide, sustained funding remains critical to improving healthcare delivery. According to him, President Bola Tinubu's administration has, over the past 2 years, increased healthcare funding from about 4% in 2023 to over 5%, showing a reasonable leap in the public resources injected into the sector. It is close that with the ongoing health sector reforms, the administration highlighted 4 cardinal areas aimed at strengthening health insurance coverage, improving working conditions of health professionals, ensuring that quality care becomes more accessible to micro-policy holders, and increasing international partnership and collaboration. Founder and President, Chief Executive of the Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, has accused the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Farouk Ahmed, of corruption, alleging that he spent $5 million on secondary school education for his children in Switzerland. Dangote made the allegation during a media briefing at the Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Fertilizer Plant, Lekki, Lagos, describing the alleged expenditure as inconsistent with the public servant income and the threat to public trust and regulatory institutions. He added that the alleged expenditure raised serious concerns about income declaration, conflict of interest, and regulatory integrity in the downstream petroleum sector. The participants of this year's Christmas fiesta of Dominion Broadcast Group have expressed their utmost joy, describing the station as a rare one in Oyo State with fascinating equipment. Speaking with Dominion News, some teachers in their speech stated that the experience at the station shows a clear difference from other stations they have been to for the same purpose, stressing that the station ticket of just 3,000 naira comes with a lot more than expected. Meanwhile, some students equally expressed their joy, wishing for another time out at the station. The participants of this Christmas fiesta stand the chance of meeting with their favorite on-air personalities of all time and win different gifts amongst other exciting things to make it memorable. On the foreign scene, West African leaders have rejected a transition program announced by Guinea-Bissau's military rulers, calling instead for a swift return to constitutional order and warning of targeted sanctions against those obstructing the process. The position was reaffirmed in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, where heads of state and government met for the 68th summit of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, amid growing concerns over insecurity, economic pressures and political instability across the region. Opening the summit, ECOWAS Commission Chairman and Sierra Leone's President Julius Maada warned that the resurgence of unconstitutional changes of government continues to pose a serious threat to regional stability.
By accident, we share it by design, by history and by the enduring logic of kinship. West Africa is not a random assemblage of borders drawn by chance. It is a family bound by memory, culture, struggle, and aspiration. Like all families, we disagree. We contest ideas, and we test one another's patience. But disagreement does not erase belonging. Civil rivalry does not annul shared blood. This is the position of Nigeria, and it is the abiding conviction of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The African Union is profoundly pleased to continue to share same values of this high-level interface under the auspices of the African Union and the ECOWAS Authority. This 68th ECOWAS Summit provides this opportunity for the African Union to scale up coordination, strategic dialogue, and collective action in advancing regional integration, democracy, and stability.
The United Nations commends the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State for its leadership in efforts to ensure peace, stability, and development in member states, particularly through respect for the constitutional order and the strengthening of democracy.
Similarly, Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima, representing President Bola Tinubu, also urged leaders to reaffirm their commitment to regional solidarity, stressing that West Africa's unity goes beyond political disagreement. Thailand's military has announced that it has stopped fuel shipments passing through a border checkpoint at Laos because of fears they were being diverted to Cambodia, with which it is fighting a fierce border conflict. The Malaysian Foreign Ministry said in a statement at the special meeting of Southeast Asian foreign ministers where top diplomats from both sides could have met that was scheduled to take place on Tuesday had been pushed back to December 22 at Thailand's request. Thai Defense Ministry spokesperson Rear Admiral Surazant Kongssiri disclosed that Thailand's military restricted the movement of all fuel supplies through the Changmek border, crossing into Laos after receiving intelligence that these were being routed to Cambodian troops. 2 gunmen who killed 15 people at Bondi Beach in Sydney have been named in local media as Sajid Akram and his son Naveed, following police earlier confirmation that the gunmen were father and son. The men are reportedly pledged allegiance to the Islamic State group, while the group's flags were reportedly found in their car. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese also said they will push for tougher gun laws after the attack. Talking sport, football governing body FIFA has announced that the winners of the Best FIFA Football Awards 2025 will be unveiled at a special ceremony in Doha, Qatar, on Tuesday, 16th December 2025. In a statement obtained from FIFA's X account, the award ceremony will take place on the eve of the FIFA Intercontinental Cup Qatar 2025 final between Paris Saint-Germain and CR Flamengo at the Ahmad bin Ali Stadium. PSG are the best represented team in this category, with Dembele joined on the shortlist by his teammate Achraf Hakimi, Nuno Mendes and Vitinha, in a ceremony expected to host about 800 guests, including the FIFA president, members of the FIFA Council, FIFA legends, representatives of member associations from around the world, as well as local and regional football ambassadors. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast and X at Dominion Cast. And that ends the news updates on Dominion Television. I'm Oluwayemi Adelakwa saying thank you for watching and good afternoon.